I don't know if you guys remember, but Pam Bondi got fired a little bit ago for the crime of being a woman, which fair. And the deputy AG, Todd Blanche, has been Trump's pick for her replacement. Yesterday, a massive blow was dealt to Donald Trump's control over the Republican Party. Believe it or not, the Republican Senate had some defectors.
A major Republican stand-up to Trump. Todd Blanche's nomination for Attorney General is indeed in deep trouble tonight. A top Republican threatening to sink Trump's pick for the job. Now, the Senate Judiciary Committee was scheduled to vote. It was a key vote in just a few hours. But the way things were going, this was going to go through. Republicans were going to get on board. It was going to happen. But that is not what has happened. And it is no longer clear tonight if that vote will happen. We'll see. I mean, at this hour, there's a flurry of activity, meetings behind closed doors between Republicans. Todd Blanche just left the Capitol. He refused to answer questions. So there's a lot of drama. He even went to the White House this afternoon. So here's what it comes down to. Republican Senator John Cornyn wants it in writing that Trump's $1.8 billion basically slush fund for his political allies is dead for good, is over, is not going to happen, not get resurrected. As of now, it does not appear Cornyn is getting the assurance he needs.
You haven't heard from the DOJ at all? They haven't responded to you after you sent that back to them?
As I told you earlier, it was not responsive to my concerns. I mean, we've heard from them. It's just that they refuse to.
This might seem like some banal menial drama, but it's actually really, really, really critical. The fact that Republican senators feel comfortable holding up critical Trump cabinet picks because they want their own needs met, in this case, like some open anti-corruption stuff, is an indication that Trump's, like, I've argued that Trump has been a lame duck for a while now, that basically since the first, like after the first 6 months of his second term, he's been a lame duck, really unable to do like anything he wants because he lost the mandate that he never really had but pretended to have for a while. But this is a huge, huge deal. We have no attorney general right now. We haven't for months. So openly opposing Todd Blanche, already the deputy AG, not even like an unknown, you know, to get your own needs met. Huge, huge backstab to Trump. Massive. Really, really fucking funny. He's under a lot of pressure because he, you know, obviously alongside Pam Bondi, massively mishandled the Epstein file stuff.
When you say he was condescending, can you give us an example?
Yeah, I mean, he actually said the words, "get to the point" to us. We're survivors who've been waiting to meet with him for 9 months, 8 months. We've been asking for meetings, and he very much said, can you get to the point already? Like, what are you getting at, right? So to treat us with that sort of...
Get to the point. He said get to the point when talking with Epstein survivors.
There was no integrity. There was no understanding that he's dealing with the largest sex trafficking ring that we've seen in the U.S. ever. Instead, it was like, you have an Epstein problem, right?
How did he just, when you say he was condescending, can you give us...
Truly unbelievable, but basically what you'd expect for anyone who's friends with Donald Trump. And Trumpers responded to this by crashing the fuck out. Todd Blanche is a star and everyone knows it. He has the potential to go down as one of the greatest AGs of all time. However, John Cornyn of Texas and Tom Tillis of North Carolina, both of whom I refuse to endorse and whose political careers have been ended by my action, are refusing to vote for this great nominee who will remain in any event as acting. Remember, both Cornyn and Tillis voted for Merrick Garland and others too numerous to mention. I have no objection to temporarily withdrawing Todd's name. This is actually huge. So, 2 senators are not backing Trump's plan to replace AG, leaving the cabinet seat open, and Trump, rather than pushing the issue, says he's withdrawing it, leaving no AG in place. He understands he can't convince them. This is a losing issue for him. He doesn't have the ability to force them. He's withdrawing Todd Blanche as the AG pick. Absolutely insane. A level of capitulation I genuinely did not know Trump was capable of. I really, truly did not believe that. Cornyn's been acting like a 10 times harder version of Crockett, is constantly posting on social media, heckling Ken Paxton. He's so fucking petty. In fairness, wouldn't you also be petty? John Cornyn was supposed to be the one who won the Republican primary in Texas. Like, the establishment backed him. Everyone knew Paxton was a weaker candidate, but Paxton sucked Trump off first, so Trump ended up endorsing him and canning Cornyn. Wouldn't you be bitter? The President of the United States is mistaken if he believes concerns about the provisions in his tax lawsuit settlement are limited to me and Senator Tillis. It's basically like a revolt. Cornyn knows he's on the way out, so does Tillis, so they're both comfortable acting against Donald Trump. But the implication here, in my opinion, is that there might be a little bit of a revolving villain strategy going on behind the scenes for the Republican senators as well. Meaning that, like, the more acceptable it becomes for Republican senators to defy Trump, right now it's just these guys, but the more acceptable it becomes, the more senators, even senators who are interested in re-election, might be willing to do it themselves. Keep in mind, Trump's unpopularity hit an all-time record today. Like, as much as it seemed like his unpopularity is unwavering because there's like a hard cap to it, it is as bad as it has ever been. It is shockingly bad right now. Take a look at this recent spike in disapproval in the aggregate of polling for the president. A total of 60.8% disapproval, a sharp spike upward right here. I know it seems like these lines are moving slowly, but keep in mind, like, this is record disapproval. This is really, really bad. Lowest it's been ever. And more recent, keep in mind, this is an aggregate. If you want to look at some really bad polling, like not just an aggregate, but an anomalously bad polling result from AP Norc on Trump approval, 66% disapproval. I know we're just one off. Insane.
Todd Blanche's nomination to be Attorney General is on life support. Two key Republican senators say they are not ready to support him unless they get ironclad written assurances from the White House that President Trump's so-called anti-weaponization fund is dead, along with the deal he made with the IRS to avoid tax audits. But moments ago, President Trump posted that he's not making any deals. Quote, John Cornyn of Texas and Tom Tillis of North Carolina, both of whom I refuse to endorse and whose political careers have been ended by my action, are refusing to vote.
How do these polls affect him? He's not running again? Because support for Donald Trump is used as a metric for the support for the MAGA platform broadly. Disapproval of Trump means a disapproval of his agenda and performance, which is a show of weakness for the entire Republican Party.
For this great nominee who will remain.
Like, we don't care whether or not people today support or don't support Hitler because we're worried about Hitler running for election in America. It's a litmus test for a broader slate of positions you might hold.
In any event, as acting, I have no objection to temporarily withdrawing Todd's name.
No objection to temporarily withdrawing Todd's name. What an unbelievable show of weakness, man. Seriously. No objection to withdrawing my AG pick. Just going to leave him acting AG.
Do not do the right thing and putting him back after Cornyn and Tillis are out of office. Now, Cornyn and Tillis, their demands are two things Blanche himself agreed to in his confirmation hearing, but something or someone appears to be blocking Blanche from putting it in writing.
I thought we were pretty close to landing the plane last night, but this morning there's been some more complications. I think if this were just between me and Todd Blanche, we would have worked this out, but apparently he's getting some pushback.
There we go. They're doing the good czar, bad boy R bit.
Action as the president's getting bad advice. He should listen to Blanche and others who think if it's dead, it should be rendered completely dead.
What do you mean he's getting bad advice? I mean, this is a president making a decision.
Tell them to not do what Blanche said they were going to do. Whoever that person is giving the president bad advice. The only reason why we would move forward with this language is because that same advisor wants to bring it back to life at some point.
It's in the advisors, but it's the president.
That you can draw that conclusion, Manu, and I can draw one that's got my eyes on the target.
Great. Well, just more fuel to the fire. These midterms are going to be a fucking bloodbath, dog. They're going to be unbelievable. Really looking forward to it. I don't think the country's going to be saved, but I do want the Republican Party to sink harder and faster than the rest of us do.